Thanks again to my panel and the UN representatives from Sokovia. The issue of more government control and transparency when it comes to our superpowered citizens is going to continue to be a hot-button topic, especially in the wake of what we all saw happen in that part of the world. Now we revisit a story from a few years back, the case of cybercriminal and self-proclaimed whistleblower Scott Lang, a multi-million-dollar robbery that took place at San Francisco tech giant VistaCorp. As some viewers may remember, the former VistaCorp employee, Scott Lang, was convicted in the burglary and made headlines for his choice to funnel a majority of the stolen money back to VistaCorp customers. Now, after serving just 3 years of a 5-year sentence, Lang is scheduled to be released from San Quentin on July 17th. Lang made multiple claims against the industrial giant, stating they had been robbing their own clients of millions. However, an SEC investigation found no proof of these allegations. I'll be bringing you the first interview with Scott since his conviction. He'll join us live from San Quentin before his scheduled release next week. Be sure to follow WHIH right here and online for more of this story. I'm Christine Everhart. Thanks for watching.
Mr. Cross, thank you very much for sitting down with me today. You have worked at Pemtech your entire adult life.
Now, you might say I was drafted in the first round.
After graduating from MIT at 20 years old as valedictorian, correct?
Well, they don't draft the stupid kids first.
So what drew you to Pemtech?
Research, way ahead of its time. But what truly blew me away was what I found in Pemtech's cold storage. Archives of abandoned projects and suspended R&D. Sometimes the past just needs a fresh set of eyes.
Since you took the reins at Pemtech, it has become highly profitable.
And we're very proud of that.
But Pemtech has yet to roll out a single new product during your time as CEO.
Is there a question?
Simply, how does a company stay profitable without new products and advancements?
Pemtech's shareholders are very happy with the movement of our current projects and our strategy to stay heavily invested in futures tech. And I'll also say to the people of San Francisco and the world, they can plan on Pemtech unveiling a new venture this summer that I think they'll find astonishing.
We all know Dr. Pym is a legend in the tech community, but he's associated with another kind of legend, his rumored involvement with the government and specifically SHIELD. Is that the history you were alluding to earlier?
Hank has lived a very colorful life, to be sure. And as for the SHIELD rumor, well, it's quite a rumor.
Do you have a response to those who say you pushed Hank Pym out of his own company
Am I speaking to one of those people right now?
I'm not making any accusations, but as I'm sure you know, some people have.
Hank Pym was my friend and mentor. But mentors are meant to nurture their protege's potential, not stunt it. The business world can be a harsh place, filled with difficult decisions. I was hired because of what I could bring to the company. That's where my loyalties lie. No one is better suited than me to take PimTech to where it needs to go.
And where are you taking it exactly?
Looks like that's my time.
Many thanks, Darren. We will all keep an eye out for that later this summer.
Please do. We plan on keeping our word.
We recently revisited the story of Scott Lang, the disgruntled employee who stole nearly $4 million from VistaCorp, the international cybersecurity and data storage conglomerate based in San Francisco. With a few high-profile burglaries already on record, it seemed Lang set his sights on a bigger score. His allegations about VistaCorp's participation in illegal activity split public opinion right down the middle. After serving just 3 years of a 5-year sentence in San Quentin, Scott Lang is set to be released this week. Now, in his first interview since his incarceration, Mr. Lang is standing by via satellite. Sorry, it looks like Mr. Lang is just joining us now. One thing we do need to mention, VistaCorp does hold a controlling interest in this network's parent company, but they have not been implicated in any wrongdoing. Mr. Lang, how are you?
Well, I'm still in prison, so, you know, bad. But I'm out of here pretty soon, so that's good.
Scott, your story is well known, but let's revisit the details. You broke into the home of your former boss and stole $4 million.
No. I actually refunded $4 million to customers VistaCorp was stealing from. I mean, or maybe a bit less than $4 million after service charges.
What do you say to people who believe that you have fabricated this whole story about VistaCorp robbing its client base and it's just an elaborate smokescreen for a well-planned heist?
What? Are you... Look, where do you people get your information, huh? What kind of news organization is this? Oh, no, that's right, yeah, one that's owned by VistaCorp.
Mr. Lang, with all due respect, WHIH has been covering global news in detail for the past 2 decades. From the recent security breach at SHIELD headquarters to the earth-shattering events in Sokovia. I reported on Tony Stark in Gulmira, and believe me, you're no Tony Stark.
Thank God.
For someone with such a noble agenda, you went out of your way to destroy some personal property.
Well, I felt it was important to really conduct a test. I have heard that those cars are waterproof.
Oh, really?
They're not.
You seem very unrepentant, Scott. I mean, you can see why so many of us have trouble believing your side of the story.
Yeah, so many of you that get paid by VistaCorp. I'm getting tired of your biased accusations. You know what, maybe I made a mistake, but I'm in here paying the price. Every step of the way, my name's been dragged through the mud by the media, and now I'm locked away from my family, and I'm the only one that's facing any consequences. That is pissing me off.
Well, I think we've lost him. We would like to thank Scott for taking the time to speak with us today. A shocking conclusion to my interview with Scott Lang, the mastermind VistaCorp cyber thief, who is set for release on July 17th. I'm Christine Everhart, and as always, thanks for watching NewsFront.